It's 2 minutes till Brandon calls in. Do you feel the 900,000 sets of ears on you right this second?
Yeah.
I think they're all tuning in right now, so hopefully we'll get them in right now.
Hey, actually, log on to thecomedypoint.com if you're listening, because I want to overload our server. We've done it before. I want to do it again. I want emails from our webmaster be like, dude, what's up with the traffic?
Yes.
You just overloaded our server.
And I want Aaron Matlock, station manager, frantic back there. I want him to look like one of those black and white movies where they're like, operator, pulling the things out of the wall. That's what I want it to look like. So let's get some of that Mendelson muscle in there and get that phone ringing, even though Brandon's calling in.
The Comedy Point crashed. Hoover elected president. That's what we have here on Wi-Fi.
Without further ado, we want to welcome our featured guest. We have tailored the entire show to Brandon Mendelson. Log on to his website. It's Brandon, MENDELSON.com. Brandon, how you doing, sir?
I am awesome. How are you guys doing?
Now, I just want to take personal blame. Is this going to affect your tweeting? Are you still going to tweet while you're on? Because I can't take away from your 900 Twitter followers.
No, I'll probably, you guys, you'll get my full attention. So I think it'll work better that way, so I can torture you guys instead of anonymous strangers.
Ever tweet in advance, or is everything live?
Everything's live.
Okay, and are you really married?
What was that?
Are you really married?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So, does Twitter ever cause a fight between you and your spouse, you and your wife? I mean, because I was just saying earlier on the show, if your wife gets half the attention that your Twitter account gets, she's a very lucky woman.
She does. She's kind of jealous of it. Usually what will happen is I'm always writing stuff, always writing jokes down, so I'll be like in the middle of Walmart. I'll stop right dead center where all the high traffic areas are, and I'll just start writing. And she'll just start yelling at me, and the people are trying to bob in and out. This goes on no matter where we are. I could be at a funeral writing stuff down. So she can get a little annoyed about it, but I think she's in general okay with it.
You know what they say, Brandon? The key to a happy marriage is to tweet "I love you" at least once a day.
I don't even, she doesn't even. She won't even read my stuff. Pretty much because she told me straight out before we got married, if I read your stuff, I will divorce you. So.
Well, just to give a background about Brandon, he's been quoted and or featured on MSNBC, Newsweek, the New York Times, the LA Times, Psychology Today, Smart Money Magazine, and other national and regional media outlets. But, Brandon, what I think is amazing is that your upcoming book that you're working on is going to be called Social Media is BS. And I can't say that word because we're on radio.
Right.
But what I think is ironic is you live up in upstate New York, and without Twitter and I would say that, the internet, you would not be able to do what you're doing to reach so many people. I mean, it doesn't matter where you live. You're able to reach 900,000 people at at your fingertips. Don't you think that's amazing?
It's a little frightening, actually, because, the other day I was talking about kidnapping small children, and that means there's 900,000 witnesses to the crime. So it can be a little intimidating. But, look, if I didn't have the internet, I would find a way. And I think the big problem that we've got these days is you got all these people running around talking about social media, but it's really just a BS marketing term. It's just something someone pulled out of their butt on stage, probably at a conference, and was like, oh, yeah, we got to talk about this new thing. It's called social media. And then they went and they started marketing it and advertising it. It's all an industry. It's just someone pulled this term out of thin air and was like, okay, everything online that involves publishing is now social media. There was no discussion about it. There was no debate about it. It was just, yeah, that's what we're going to call it. It's like the word ginormous, People just run around and call things ginormous. Well, that's true. But up until a certain point, it was an imaginary word. Maybe like one or two of your friends might say ginormous, and you'd be like, okay, all right, that's kind of cute. But you'd be like, they're crazy. You pull your friends aside and be like, they're crazy. But then it caught on, and people are like, oh, hey, I guess it is kind of a word. So that's really, to me, like social media in a nutshell is just something someone made up. The tools are there, but in general, this whole industry that's kind of pops up out of nowhere, it's an industry based on nothing.
Brandon, we've been spending a lot of the show, and we will, talking about the tweets that you've put out. Only a small sample, last couple of days, but there's just so many thoughts out there that they're just easy topics for a show like us. And I saw at one point you had something like 25 tweets in a couple-hour period, and you're obviously an expert in this field. No one could dispute that with as many followers that you have. You're somebody who knows. Is that the right amount? Is it too many? Is it too little? What do you feel people want? How often do you think people want contact?
The conventional wisdom is you do maybe 5 a day. You don't want to. They'll tell you not to overburden people, not to throw too much their way. But look, my whole thing, my Twitter account, is I just don't care. I don't like people. I'm not doing it to be famous. This is just random stuff I think about, and I just kind of put it out there. But if you're actually looking, to make connections and all that BS, then yeah, you should probably not just look at what I do and not do that.